What's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music, the podcast, episode 88. And I got a special guest on the show today. I got my man Willie D. Mcgee. He's the athletic director for St. Vincent-St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm blessed. I cannot complain, man. It's a rainy day here in Akron, but I'm off work. Don't got nothing going on this evening.
Right.
Wait for this game. See if Kawhi can finish the deal tonight.
Yeah, man. I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. You know, like I just love. Like I was telling my homeboys, when I was younger, when L.A. went through that dynasty, went 3 in a row. Like I can kind of remember it, but like I would love to see it as like, you know, I'm 27 years old. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad seeing like the Toronto Raptors win. You know, seeing like not only just a city, but a country or Canada just, you know, bring something home. Their first NBA championship. So I won't be mad at all.
Same, man. I'm a Chicago native. Was born in Chicago, raised in Akron, Ohio. So when I was growing up to see the Bulls dynasty win 3 in a row, take a break and win 3 in a row, you definitely understand the value of it and respect, especially when you're looking at the history. It's not a lot that's done it.
Right.
But you know, I think Toronto got something special this year. I think Kawhi added a piece to them, and obviously Brian not being in the East worked in their favor this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they got something special out, and obviously with injuries with the Warriors and what they're going through is taking a toll. But you know, it's part of the game. You still got to play the game. Right. And Toronto just played the game the right way, man. I think Kawhi has the innate ability to get the business. He ain't about playing. He gonna do what he got to do. I think that's contagious. You can see after they won the last game, they won hooting and hollering. You know, it was a business trip. They went back to the locker room and was taking care of business. They expected to win. I think that go a long way, man. Being a former athlete, you know, respond to success or winning at times. You know, especially when you got the ultimate goal of winning the championship. You just got to keep stuff in perspective. I think Toronto is that team right now, man. I think everything is perspective, and they know they got one more. It's going to be the hardest one to win.
Yeah, and that's true. And then, like, you know, it's 2 different sports, but I also look at Toronto, like, you know, I look at them as like the Florida Marlins. Like, I remember in 03, a lot of everybody was doubting the Florida Marlins that we was going to lose to the Yankees. And, man, like, that was a magical year. Like, that year when we beat you gotta think about it, Yankees is like the franchise of the franchise in baseball. So to see us, the little team of Florida, like the Florida Marlins, just come and beat them like that, you know, it's a beautiful thing, especially in sports.
Well, absolutely, man. When it's your time, it's your time.
Right.
And think about team sports, man. Individuals can win games, and you know, I just think it takes a team to win a championship. You know what I mean? I think your ability to play together, accept your role, and do what's best for your team, and put egos aside, go a long way, man. And I think, you know, obviously being a former teammate of LeBron and the success we want him being the best player on the floor at all times. But we played some other high school teams with a lot of talent, a couple NBA players, but they were more individually driven than us. We had a chemistry that we kind of fell into our roles, accepted our roles, and then if the team got theirs, we'll get ours. And you know, it's been working a day. There's life lessons that you never forget.
Yeah, yes. It's something that you never forget at all. But before we get into like everything, like the questions and everything, and your career, like introduce yourself to the people a little bit, the people that don't know you that much.
Absolutely. So I'm Willie Mcgee. I was born in Chicago. I was able to witness a great Chicago dynasty, so that was my motivation to play sports along with my brother. He was a student athlete at the University of Akron, so I always wanted to be like my big brother. So basketball was my passion at a young age. At a young age, I come from a family. My mom and dad had addictions, so my sister raised me until my brother graduated from the University of Akron. To help the family, I moved up with my brother in Akron, 2 or 3 years later, he moved my mother and my younger brother up and really gave us an opportunity. He's kind of the cornerstone of the family. Gave us an opportunity to get out of that life and gave us opportunity to be great. With that, growing up, when I moved to Ohio, I had a learning disability because I missed so much school in Chicago with stuff going on. Mm-hmm. I humbled myself. I had to go through special ed from 4th to 5th grade, tested out in 6th. Right. In Chicago, I can remember people telling me, whispering as I walked out of class, teachers, he had never graduated from high school. At this time, man, I was blessed to go to a Catholic high school, St. Vincent-St. Mary, get a high school degree. I got my undergraduate degree, information system, received a scholarship to play football at Fairmont State University. Went on to get my master's from the University of Akron, where I was a graduate assistant with the men's basketball team. My former high school coach coached there. Along the way, man, I meet a guy that had a common goal as mine, LeBron James. We played rec ball at 8 to 10. Ended up playing AAU from like 12 till we went to high school. Man, once we got to high school, magic started happening, man. He became the man that y'all know today, that y'all see on TV. Great person. We had friends that was able to lock down, and we had common goals, man. Our passion was to play basketball. We was willing to make sacrifices for that, putting the time in the gym, going on trips, which were amazing, but it pulled you away from your family and friends. But it helped us grow up fast. It helped us, learn all the traveling that we did. We had great people around us, from my friend Drew and his father who coached us, Shion Cotton, his father coached us. LeBron's mom was a part of our foundation to help us grow. My brother, Mcgee, who graduated from Akron and is currently a vice president at Oriental House, man, just so inspiring, man. I've been blessed to be around great people all my life. I'm currently now the athletic director of St. Vincent-St. Mary High School, and I also run a nonprofit organization called the D.A.L.E program that work with inner city youth and giving back and programming. And I named the nonprofit after my mother, who passed away. Her name was D.A.L.E Mcgee. It's an acronym for Discipline, Athletics, Leadership, and Education. If anyone's interested, they can follow my IG, the D.A.L.E program, and just trying to do for the kids in this area what people did to me. If your family obviously is less fortunate, there's other resources out here that still can help and give you a chance to expose you to things that you may not be exposed to. I've been blessed to be the first African American athletic director at a Catholic school here at St. Vincent-St. Mary, man, and I understand, like I did back in the day when I was blessed to have an opportunity to go to St. V, doing the right things and carrying yourself the right way, give people behind you an opportunity to do those same things. So while I may be the first African-American athletic director here at St. Vincent-St. Mary, by me doing the right things and doing it the right way, hopefully another young man, a young woman, African-American should have this opportunity, or minority have an opportunity to have this position, because I think it's a great job, very fulfilling, and I just blessed, man. I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that was a lot, man. You covered a lot. You the first guest that went rapid fire, but ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like for what you said, like, it's true. Like, especially like growing up as an African American, like, and as you get older, like, I always like tell the kids, whether you're African American or a minority, like, never stay in a box. Never think that you can't do better than you can now. Just always reach for your goals and surround yourself with great people, and then you just see a difference in everything. So.
And that's so true, man. And I respect that so much. And that's the message I'm trying to get the kids that I work with. But the reality of it is, if you don't see it, you don't think it's possible. You know what I'm saying? So for young kids or some people, they only know what they see on TV. Right. But if they're not showing many African American principals or teachers or athletic directors. So the opportunity to be in front of kids and show them that it is possible, now that opens up your mind, like, when he can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? So that's trying to be visible and present in the moment and in the community is important to me. And I definitely support that statement. And don't dream big. You know what I mean? Right. Anything's possible if you're willing to put the work in. And then And, obviously everyone's has a different path on getting there. I tell kids often, your life is like a book. Early on, you don't get to determine how that book is written. You know what I mean? But after a while, you get stake in your life, and you can determine how it finishes. I believe in doing things the right way. Don't block your blessings. Fast money isn't good money all the time. The grind pays off. You know what I mean? And put the work in. I think, and I know everyone has different circumstances, things they're going through, and what they need at that moment. But I am a believer. If you're doing things the right way, good things will happen to you. Opportunities will open up.
Right, and it will. So let's talk about the beginnings real quick. So you was born in Chicago, and what age did you move to Akron, Ohio?
I was born in Chicago at 8. I moved to Ohio. My brother, I think it was 92. My brother just finished college, and he, my mom and dad were going through things. Their distance, trying to get out of it, in the middle of it. And my sister was taking care of me and my younger brother. She had 3 kids of her own. She was in her 20s. So my brother, trying to help her, trying to help the family, allowed me to come up. My brother and sister-in-law, at the time they weren't married, but it was his girlfriend, allowed me to come up and live with them to kind of take a load off of my sister. Eventually, my mom, wanting more for herself and my younger brother, she moved up and was able to beat the addiction, ended up having her first job. And, when I moved up here, I just seen young professionals, African Americans, graduate from college, former student athletes, and I had role models. I started to dream and believe that I could go to college. That's what I wanted.
Right.
Unbeknownst to me, when I moved, man, I was missing 60, 70 days of school. When I came up here, I could barely read and write. Getting tested. My brother came to me and said I needed to go to special ed to get caught up in my books, and I knew I was behind. I was that kid in class that struggled to read, and when I did, it was embarrassing. So I read even worse because I was embarrassed. And so it was things that I had to overcome to get to where I am now. But, my brother just told me I had to put the work in. Just like, everything to me at a young age related back to basketball. He spoke to me like, man, if you want to be good, you got to work. And, basketball and athletics came after. I've seen the progression. So I've seen it work. If you put it in, you can get better. So he translated that over to education. I put my head down to really humble myself and went and accepted the help that I needed. Like a lot of kids, man, the help's there, but you're willing to accept it. So at a young age, I was willing to accept that help. 2 or 3 years in special ed and putting in a lot of work and learning study skills and stuff. It gave me opportunity once I got to 7th, 8th grade to test out, and all I needed was tutoring. So that was a proud moment for me, another building block in my life to understand that, if you put the work in, good things can happen. And that's what I try to tell kids now. And, that really put me in a position to start playing sports and things like that. And that's where I met LeBron, probably when I was 9 years old, playing rec ball, going to the YMCA with my brother, and Frankie Walker, who LeBron was playing with. Used to bring LeBron and Frankie and Brandon up, and we was a kid shooting on the court, getting in the way for real. Then he asked me to play on that rec team, and my love for basketball grew at that time, man. And stuff just started really opening up for me once I came to Ohio.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked that was because I wanted to know how was the transition, because I know when people move, they come from a city to another city, or a state from another state, or a country to another country. How was at that time that transition, coming from Chicago to Akron, Ohio? What was in your state of mind at the time?
It was hard. I'll be honest. It was hard to leave my sister, who I love, and my niece and nephew, and my younger brother, who at age 8 I was babysitting and cooking for. You know what I'm saying? I felt like they needed me there. She needed my help. It was hard to leave my mom and dad. Even though I didn't see them much, but when I did, I knew they was there, no matter what state they were in. But I also knew it was fun in Ohio. I came up the summer before I actually lived here, and it was my first time going to a mall or going to a movies. So it kind of exposed me to stuff that I started having fun with.
Right.
So I was looking forward to moving here, but it was also hard leaving.